welcome back to my channel. My name is T and I love all things skin and beauty. And today we're looking a little bit different. See, I got my bonnet, I got my glasses on. It's been a while since I've filmed, so bear with me. But I just want to basically talk about, where I've been, what's going on. For those of you that follow me on Instagram already know. And we're also going to just talk about skincare that I've been using. I figured might as well do this since I'm all about, fungal acne safe. I have fungal acne. Here are fungal acne makeup products, but I never really show like skincare. So today we're going to do that right now. Now, this may be a tearjerker for those of you who have a fur baby, but for those of you that follow me on Instagram already know what happened and what's been going on. And I'm just gonna talk about, where I've been, upcoming plans, and what's in store for this channel. I think it's been like a month or so since I've done a video, which, my bad, my bad. But, I've been going through it. So we're gonna just get this out of the way, okay? So for those of you who follow me on Instagram already know that I've lost my my cat, my best friend, my buddy, Tyger. The thing is that basically he was pretty much fine up until like mid-May. He was very either like picky at eating certain things to the point of just completely stopping eating. And once you realize that your cat is no longer eating food, or if like they're not eating food and they're also hiding, that means that something's off. That means they're sick. So we took him to the vet, our family vet, to see what was going on. She didn't see anything that was going on externally. It just had to be something else that was like going on, just based off of like, the wellness exam, checking what we can actually see versus what's inside, was going to be different. So we took him back at home, and then again, hiding, not eating. I scheduled an appointment to our other vet that we go to. It's basically emergency care for animals. It's just an emergency vet. We knew that we were going to get the blood work and everything that Tyger needed in order for us to figure out what exactly was going on up until even the treatment point. We also knew that we were going to get the blood work on the same exact day, like in moments. And the test results just were not great. Tyger ended up being diabetic, which we had no idea that he was diabetic, especially for like a young cat. Like he was only like, 6 or 7 years old. The youngest of all of our cats that we have in our family. My sister has 2 cats. I have 2 cats. He was the youngest. Didn't think that he would get drastically sick this way. And so basically he was very lethargic. His electrolytes weren't good. Nothing was really good. They wanted to like keep him overnight, run some more tests, try a few treatments, and to just figure out what else could be wrong. And then it was a discussion of red liver, to the point where after running a test, it could be liver cancer. So up until that point, we knew that it was going to happen eventually. I was going to lose him, and I've cried so many times about this, which is why like I did not want to like just dive right in to like filming and forgetting about like everything. Like I was going through a grieving process as well, but basically yeah, he ended up not doing well. None of the treatments were working. He was on so many like medications just to figure out exactly what would be the right treatment for him, to the point where like it just wasn't working out. No energy, just nothing, up until a point where they even thought about saying that like the only thing that we would recommend would most likely be a blood transfusion. And after that, I was like, let's just let him go, because I don't want him to suffer anymore. But like, I really tried to like fight for him, make sure he got the treatment that he needed. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough, and it was time for us to say goodbye. So that is the main reason why I've been gone, because I've been grieving. I've been, you know, preparing and just going through the grief. And when you have like a fur baby, and knowing that like you can't even take the carrier with you because you can't bring them back home, like that's devastating. And then thinking about the routines you used to have, and you know, the hiding places where you would see your loved one there, and then they're no longer there. It's very devastating. It was definitely a shock to like our family. And then also, you know, I have another cat, Oreo, and this is her second time losing a cat companion. And so seeing her reaction, and you know, her sniffing the carrier and wondering like what's going on, and looking for Tyger, was also like definitely I cried. I felt so bad for Oreo. I really did. But I also think that either way, cats know. Like they were really close within like the last days that he was here at home, until like I took him to like the vet and the emergency vet. They were like pretty close, you know, taking naps together. And it's like, you know, who would have thought that like this was going to be the outcome? I did not expect for 2025 to be where I lost Tyger. You know, that just wasn't on my bingo card at all. Yeah, that's pretty much what's been, you know, going on. And then like, you know, ooh man, like thank God I have pet insurance. Oh, I gotta say, if you have a pet and you don't have pet insurance, what is wrong with you? Get you some pet insurance, because the treatment alone and him staying at the emergency vet for at least 3 days was a lot. Okay, so good thing I do have pet insurance, because woo, that was a lot. I've cried about this. You know, I definitely, you know, was really close with Oreo, making sure that she also went through the grieving process, making sure we gave her our love, our care, our attention as we go through this stage in our, you know, journey. And the loss was so much to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna have any more pets. Like after Oreo, you know, this is it. Like I'm not gonna have any pets. Like I'm done. This is too much, right? And you know, I talked with my best friend, and you know, she was like I understand how you feel, but like in this situation, there's like really nothing that you could have done. Like, you couldn't have known that he was sick or that he was diabetic, no matter like how many routine vet appointments and wellness exams that you do with him. Like, there's no way of fully knowing like what was going on until like it was, you know, too late, obviously. And you know, I love that cat. I loved Tyger so much. That was my buddy. Like, that was my sidekick. Like, he would follow me everywhere. We would go to bed together. Only he would allow me to carry him like a baby. He didn't allow my mom or my sister to carry him. It was just me. And I'm just going to miss him. Like, I'm going to miss him so much. Trying not to cry. But it's just like, who would have thought, you know? And so like my best friend was like, you know, you love that cat so much that, you know, it would be unfair to just like, you know, shut yourself off and, you know, not allow you to like continue to like love another, you know, cat that really needs a home, that really needs a loving family. And also Oreo still needs a cat companion. There's something different between like a human companion versus a cat companion. And, you know, she's always had a second cat like in the house. So I was like, okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I did my research to figure out like how in the world am I gonna like adopt like a cat. And also, if I want to adopt a cat, I don't want it to be a kitten. I want it to be like either a young adult or an adult, like, you know what I mean? Because like those are the ones that are not getting adopted the most, only like really kittens, especially like senior cats. They rarely get adopted. And then I, you know, looked around. I visited our local Petco, looked at like the cats that they had there, asked about like, you know, the process and things like that, just doing my research. And then I also went on, I think it's called Pet Finder, where there are, you know, foundations that have, you know, fosters who foster animals, and basically they, you know, create a profile of that, you know, animal, whether if it's a cat, a dog, rabbit, etc. And, you know, you go through like the process of like application. They let you know like if they're, you know, neutered or spaded, that they have their vaccines, if they have certain, you know, health issues or health conditions that need to be addressed, as well as if they're tested FIV positive, which is just like, it's just like a feline disease, I want to say, like a condition that is mostly found in like, you know, especially like cats who were strays. Like sometimes they'll end up getting that after being in that situation too long. So you get to like, you get to have that information, that openness, to figure out what cat or, you know, animal is best for you. They also let you know like, hey, you know, this cat is great with like children, great with like another cat, not great with kids, etc., etc. And so I was like, okay, cool, I'll just use this and look around and see if I can, you know, find a cat that I'm like, you know, interested in. And then I saw a cat named Tygris. Now it's like Tygris, Tyger, like, what is the universe telling me? Like, really, what is the universe telling me? And, you know, he was really cute. really regal. I'll probably put like pictures up on the screen. But like basically his story was that he was most likely abandoned because there is basically a cat colony in Long Island where, you know, Long Island City, where they're able to have like a foundation called Long Island feral feeders. They go around and they have feeding stations to feed the stray cats over there in the colonies, and just to check and make sure if there are any like health concerns or any like newcomers and things like that, making sure that the colony is just being taken care of as long as TNR. Basically they saw that his ear wasn't clipped, because they normally do that for stray cats when they're fixed, to like, you know, be able to tell that like, hey, this cat is already in the colony, they're already fixed, move on to the next one. And yeah, he was just like very hungry, very, you know, weak, looked like he was like friendly to the feeder. So they were like, okay, we're gonna just get him a foster and he can just get adopted out. And like they did like the whole like neutering, vaccines, all that stuff, tests, things like that, they already did for him. And he's been with his foster since like January of this year. So it's been like a while. And I was like, okay, I kind of want to, you know, learn more about his story, kind of want to like, you know, get to know like the foundation, see if this is, you know, legit. And it was. And, you know, I went and I visited his foster, saw him, and immediately I was like in love. Like when you see Tygris in person, like he's like so cute. Again, I'll put like the pictures up, but I ended up adopting Tygris. So now I have another cat named Tygris. And yes, Tygris is a girl name. They thought he was a girl, but he's a boy. But he still answers to Tygris. So instead of like changing his name, I would rather just keep it. So his name is Tygris. And yeah, like I have another cat. And it's just crazy how like the universe works out. Like it's just so crazy, because like I feel like Tyger led me to him. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it just happened just right then and there when I was like about to just like give up and, you know, not adopt or show my love to any like cat anymore. And Tygris is living his best life here. Oreo is still trying to figure him out, but he loves him some Oreo. But yeah, Tygris is living his best life here. He is a climber. I've started seeing his personality. He's very mischievous. He's very dog-like. It's like I lost a cat and gained like a dog cat. He has this like weird meow where like he kind of is like a barking quack. He's just adorable, and I've just been loving on him and just enjoying, you know, having another cat in the house. And I know Oreo deep down inside also appreciates the company, hopefully. But right now she's like, I don't know about him. I still have to let him know who's boss and who runs this like house as a cat. And I'm like, okay, you do you, girl. But yeah, that's basically what's been, you know, going on. I've also been very busy with work. I do have a 9 to 5. And planning season is coming early. I'm pretty much recording here just because like I have the time But like sometimes when I log off, I just want to be a couch potato. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I've been tired of using my brain. I have no energy. And like whenever I sit down to edit videos, I fall asleep. Like, I don't know what it is, I fall asleep. Also, Oreo is like a lap cat, so whenever I have my lap open, she tries to lay on me, and it's really hard to edit like that. It's really hard to edit like that. But enough of telling like what's been going on, where I've been. We're gonna now talk about like some of the plans that I have in motion as of right now with this channel. I do want it to be a little bit more makeup and skincare focused, just because I'm always talking about fungal acne and things like that. So that's definitely going to be coming up soon. Some skincare videos. So I'm kicking it off to some of the products that I've been using in rotation. Some of them that I currently use are basically packed it away because I'm also going on a business trip next week. So that could be a later video of what like I packed in and like what I traveled with. I think that would be a good video to do. But just gonna start off after spilling my heart out and saying where I've been. I'm gonna start off with cleansers. Now, I do have fungal acne. Fungal acne is kind of weird. You don't truly know like how sensitive your fungal acne is, or like, you know, what products you are able to like really use, unless like you know like the rules and you have, you know, the ingredient analyzers to help you, which I'm linking again down below, the ones that I use to basically, you know, turn and learn my ingredients. I have gotten a lot better at identifying which products are good for my skin type, especially those that don't trigger my fungal acne. So, for instance, some of these are kind of like, you know, because they've been in the bathroom and what have you. But the first cleanser that I got on when I first got fungal acne was the ACNE cleanser. So this is it. This is the cleanser here. It's really good. It doesn't set up. This is another option for those that are into milk cleansers. For those that have dry and sensitive skin, this might be great for you. This has been a lifesaver. I've been using this ever since I've gotten fungal acne, which has been like a few years so far. So this is good. Next is an enzyme cleanser. Now with cleansers, you can pretty much get away pretty easily with them, because you're gonna wash them off, but I will still like be cautious of some cleansers, especially oil cleansers or milk cream cleansers. Be cautious of them. But this one is from Babar Cleansing. It's the enzyme cleanser. So it comes in a powder form. It looks like this. I definitely like this a lot. Mainly because I use this in the shower. Really, this is kind of like what you're really supposed to do, is just use this in the shower. And you're supposed to, like, it's supposed to help, like, you know, exfoliate, help with like any like dead skin and, you know, like, you know, dark spots. It's really great for stuff like this. They also use this type of product in like, you know, spas, or like when you're seeing an esthetician and you're getting, you know, facials, things like that. I can't trust going to one because I have fungal acne. I don't know what they're gonna put on my face. It may not be fungal acne safe, and then like, no, can't do that. So I only trust myself to pick the products and to come up with a skincare routine that best fits my needs and what my skin is currently feeling at the moment. This is really good. Next is this is a Arabic cleanser. It's from Blue Nectar. It's pretty much an Ayurvedic facial cleanser. It's the Shubar Honey Face Cleanser. It has 8 herbs and it's for radiance and it's supposed to help even skin tone. I have been using this baby like you don't even know. This is so good. I'm literally almost done with this. This is so good. It's so good. It doesn't dry out the skin because I have dry skin and sensitive skin and fungal acne. I also have hyperpigmentation. Hello. But this is good. This is really good. Yeah, something told me to like, you know, why don't you try to like, you know, experiment and, you know, check out other like Ayurvedic, you know, products for the skin or something, or, you know, just see like where it is, like what's going on in that area of, you know, the skincare world. And I found this, this cleanser. So it has steam and still water, raw honey, Nakazar. Some of these are very Ayurvedic type of ingredients, which like is gonna be hard for me to pronounce, but I'll probably put it like somewhere. But yeah, it's you know, it also has glycerin, it has aloe vera. It's just really good. Yeah, so those are the cleansers. And then I also have been using micellar water, just because I can't use like oil cleansers. So this is what I use to take off my makeup, or sometimes I use this to get rid of the residue from my lip mask that I put on before I go to bed. This is what I use. But this is really good. It's the SVR sensitive skin cleansing micellar water. It's supposed to help soothe and reduce redness, and it has niacinamide in it. Really good, really good. Like yeah, it's good. Next is some face masks, some wash off masks. So the first one is from Round Lab. This is their clay mask. This clay mask is really great. It's not too drying. I've tried a couple of clay masks and I can say like this is a good one here. It doesn't dry out your skin at all. Really good. Yeah, I also like the toner, which is coming up, but I really love Round Lab. And then I also have a Manuka honey mask that I sometimes use. Sometimes I use this in the shower. But like you can just get like a Manuka honey mask, pretty much like iHerb, other like retailers. I'm trying not to mention you know who, because we're trying to boycott right now. So, but you know. And yeah, this is really great. Honey is really great for anti-inflammation. It also has some a microbial or antimicrobial, you know, like type of like ingredients for you to use. So like it's great with like acne, redness. It's also great for fungal acne. When I get like fungal acne and you know my skin is having a bad time, because you know when you get a fungal acne reaction, it's time for you to do some of those treatments that you know your skin is going to suffer badly. And this really helps soothe and help with that pain and suffering that you get when you get fungal acne flare-ups. So that's done. Now we're going to move on to some toners. So I've been using the Dermazen Calming Seborrheic Serum Cloths. this right here. This is a new product from them, but they make products that are great for just like anything that's like fungal related. So like malassezia, seborrheic dermatitis products they make. It basically comes from the same exact yeast, which is malassezia. You know, it can cause seborrheic dermatitis and also, you know, malassezia fungolitis, or, you know, aka fungal acne. This is really, really good. Next is the Round the Lab Doctor Toner. And for those of you who know that you gotta make sure you label your stuff. As soon as you open it, please label it, because nothing's worse than a fungal acne flare-up from using expired products. So please don't do that. Please label your stuff. But this is really good. This has always been in my routine ever since I discovered it. I don't know, this is like my 8th bottle of this, or maybe even more, but I always go back to this because this is absolutely amazing. It's really great for a dry skin too. It definitely is a great way to like get that hydration back. And it also helps remove dead skin and just leaves your face like moisturized and hydrated. So I definitely love this one. Next are some sprays. So I definitely like the Heritage Store Rose Water and Glycerin Hydrating Facial Mist. This is a OG right here. OG. Okay, I remember when I was in college going to Whole Foods and getting this. And that was like my toner. And I went back to it, and it's a really great option for a spray toner that is going to just hydrate your face. It basically is for, you know, dry and combination skin. And yeah, never does me wrong. So I always go back to this one too. Next one is the Indie Lee CoQ10 toner. It has aloe vera and hyaluronic acid in it, and this is almost gone. This is literally almost gone. I've been using this, like, this is really, really good. And again, label. So I gotta use this soon. It's gonna expire November of this year, so I gotta finish this up. But this is also great. It leaves my face really like glowy. Like there's like a radiance to it. Really love this. Then I have another spray. This is more for like treatment stages, like if I have like a mini like flare up or just like a bad flare up from my fungal acne from using something that I shouldn't have been using in the first place. I always go to the COSRX AHA BHA clarifying treatment toner. So this is it right here. Yeah, this has been a lifesaver. This has been a life savior when it comes down to those situations, okay? Yes, COSRX, amazing. All I can say. Treatment stage, yes. Another thing that I would use to help with anti-inflammation would be the mugwort essence from I'm From. Again, I don't know how many times I've repurchased this, but I always go back to this. And again, you see that label right there. Yes, I always go back to this. It is just one of the amazing essences that I've ever tried. Any mugwort essence for me is like a game changer because it really helps with the inflammation, it just has that benefit where I can see a difference. And especially with this one, this is really hydrating for my skin because not only am I dry, but most times I'm also dehydrated. So again, this is great. Okay, now that we're done with the toners, we're gonna move on to some serums. Now, I do have one empty, and the other serum that I'm using right now is packed away, so we'll talk about that one later on when I film my what did I bring on my business trip type of video. But right now, let's go in with the first one. This is from the Naturium. It is the Elizavecca Topical Acid 10%. It has niacinamide and vitamin C. Now, I've always been the one to kind of like stand up and just say, you know, I'm not supporting like a brand. Like I'm just not, because I don't know how to feel. But if you know, you know, with Naturium, if you know, you know. But, you know, since they're no longer in the picture, as far as I know, they're no longer in the picture. I decided to try this out. I've heard good things about it. It's also fungal acne safe. It's hard to find fungal acne safe serums, okay? It's the serums and it's the creams, okay? It's always hard to find. Okay, so when I saw that this was fungal acne safe, I had to get it. So this is really great. It doesn't like sting or anything. Like it's not too like bad. Like it's very great for sensitive skin, in my opinion. Like I have sensitive skin, so I know. There are just some azelaic acid, you know, serums that are just like a little too harsh for me. This one is great. Next is the Mandelic Clearing Serum from the SOFIE PAVITT Face. Listen, I'm doing my best with pronouncing. This is what it looks like. This is amazing. It's not too harsh. It's a great serum to use, especially when you're going through a fungal acne flare-up. This is great. Or if you have like some acne or something going on with your face where like it's time for you to, you know, use a chemical exfoliant, this one, get this. This is amazing. Yeah. Now we're moving on to the empty. So this empty is from Isntree, and it is the TW Real PAVITT Ampule. When I say that I love PAVITT as something to be like an ingredient part of my routine, I mean it. Like this is done. This is done. And again, I labeled this one too. It's done. This is an empty. This is amazing. It is great to also add into like your creams, because like there's not a lot of rich, you know, moisturizers or face creams that are fungal acne safe. So this ingredient is great for, again, making sure that your skin is moisturized. It is just a great ingredient to have in, you know, your routine. Especially if it's like a serum or a toner. It's great. Now we have a new one, a new addition that I've been using. I went back to the Peach Slices Snail Rescue Intensive Serum with 95% snail mucin concentrate. I just don't like that it's so small. That's my only issue, is that can we get a bigger? But then again, I'm like, did I ever go through that COSRX one like at least one time before it expired? And I'm like, no. But it could be at least a little bit bigger, like a little bit, like, I mean, you know, like, hello? I mean, like, that's a bad example. But like, you know, like, can we at least get like a bigger size, please? Because I feel like I'm practically I'm about to be done with this. Like, it's crazy. But it's really, really good. It's great with, you know, again, you know, making sure your skin is, you know, moisturized. It has a gel-like texture to it. And it somewhat plays well with products. I've seen some peeling with other products. So again, you kind of have to like test to figure out what products that you're using for your face works with this one. But other than that, it's still a good product. Now we're going to move on with the moisturizers. Now, again, I don't have a lot of moisturizers right now. One of my moisturizers is from Isntree that is packed away, so I will talk about that later in the video. But like the first thing would be from Aqua Label. It's the Special Gel Cream Moist. This one is really good. You can use it as like a mask, or you can just use it as like a gel moisturizer, but it's still really like, you know, it's still really good. It does the job really well. And this is empty. Yeah, matter of fact, let me get these empties out of the way since I'm already, you know, might as well. Next is the La Theorie, the cream hydrating one. You could get this only in Amazon. I'm gonna need y'all to branch out and expand because not a lot of people are ordering from Amazon, including me, and I would like to order this. Thank you again. This is amazing. This is great. This is such an amazing, interesting cream because it melts into liquid, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, it's like a water cream, and it is so hydrating that I've ordered this so many times. This is like my first time not like repurchasing because, like, again, we're going through that, you know, if you know, you know. So if y'all could like expand, that would be amazing because I would like to purchase this again. But yeah, it has panthenol in there. This is actually a brand that caters to fungal acne. So it's not going to have all of those like crazy ingredients that could give you a flare up. And it shows their ingredients right here, and also talks about some of the benefits and like what, like some of the definitions here, and like the main reason why like this would be a great product is that it's definitely going to like help not just like moisturize and nourish your skin, but it's also like letting you know about certain skin terms to learn about. So like, you know, the term skin microbiome refers to the microorganisms which reside on the skin. Typically human skin, it is composed of millions of bacteria, fungi, and viruses. Like it definitely makes, it also teaches you, is what I'm trying to get at. It also teaches you about like your skin and things like that. So this is a great product. Next, and this is the one that I'm currently using right now. This is a water cream. It's from Elizavecca. It's the Aqua Hyaluronic Acid Water Drop Cream. So this is what it is. Again, like you can't really find any like moisturizing or really nourishing Vic creams that are fungal acne safe. Is very rare. So sometimes you can only get them in like a gel or gel to cream or water cream type of form. But this is like really good. You have to be really careful when you're mixing these together though, because you will see some peeling happening. It works best if you mix them together, I've noticed, but also it also helps to just pat them in instead of like, you know, rubbing it. Just pat it into your skin to make sure it doesn't like peel. But yeah, this is also good. It also melts into like a water type of like, you know, texture. And then for treatment purposes, we have the Vichy, the Dermazen Acne Control Daily Moisturizer. It has salicylic acid in here. This is great for if you have a flare-up or you're getting a little bit of a flare-up. Just slap this on and you're pretty much good to go. I've also used this, and like when you get like a really bad fungal acne flare-up, sometimes it might be best to just put this on and use this as a mask. Just let it sit there, let it get in there, and then just wipe it off and go about your day and, you know, do what you got to do. But yeah, this is really good. It definitely works. It's also fungal acne safe. So, you know, if you're looking for treatments or other ways to like treat your skin, you might want to look at this product. And then I also like the Squalane Oil from Theorie. Squalane Oil is pretty much the only oil that is closer to like our sebum, like our skin oils. And it's also fungal acne safe. There's not a lot of oils that are fungal acne safe as well. So Squalane is like the safer option. If you have a moisturizer that is just not moisturizing enough, because like sometimes that can be like the case for fungal acne, is that you don't really find a lot of moisturizing or thick creams that are fungal acne safe, would be to just add a drop to this to your moisturizer, and I'm sure it will help get that, you know, that moisture, that like hydration, that like just like what you really need for your skin. And then the last but not least, we're gonna go over SPF, because you need to wear SPF. I don't care, SPF. So first things first, the DRMTLGY, these names, listen, is this, it look like this, okay? It look like this. One thing I don't like about this is that it's going to be a cast. You're gonna look like Oompa Loompa, but purple form. So it's a good one to actually mix with your foundation, or to like put a powder over top to like make sure like you get rid of that white cast that you get with this one. But it's still really good. And it's fungal acne safe, so what more can I ask but, you know, a fungal acne safe SPF, because those are also hard to find. The next one is the Heartleaf Calming Cooling Skin Stick SPF 50 plus PA+++ from Goodal. This is so good. It is like kind of like a balm type of sun stick. At least for me, it doesn't like give me any like fungal acne flare-ups or anything like that. It is just really great and really convenient. You can just carry this and just reapply as much as you want. It is just an amazing product. I've been loving these like sun sticks a lot, and so, you know, I am looking forward to buying more of these, along with testing out other products that are at least somewhat fungal acne safe to use, that are sun sticks. That's pretty much it. I could also talk about, you know, the lip mask I've been using, which is from Fenty Skin. It's the Plush Pudding one. This smells nice. This smells nice. It tastes good. This is nice. I love like how it's like the twist thing, and then you just get whatever you need, and then you know, close it back up. Really good. Easy to clean too. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the skincare that I've been rotating in my routine, depending on like how my skin is feeling and, you know, just what I need in that moment. Hopefully this helps. But yeah, turn and learn your ingredients, babe. Like, turn and learn your ingredients. Use the ingredient analyzers to figure out exactly what is like in your products, what's been causing certain things. I've learned a lot just by doing that, and it's also helped me be, you know, fungal acne safe for a while now. And now it's time for me to focus that more into makeup. So that's why I've been really, you know, aiming on, you know, only purchasing things that are most likely fungal acne safe, or just products that I know that are not going to give me a flare up. Because like, now if it's a foundation, then, or like a primer, then yeah, that will definitely get me a flare up. Okay, that would definitely give me a flare up. Okay, and I wouldn't even know that I'm getting a flare up until like I'm all itchy and sweaty. Like, why am I all itchy and sweaty? Like, what's going on? Because you have makeup on, so it's hard for you to even tell if you're reacting to something. So that's my goal. My goal is to show the same energy to. All right, I came out to close off this video. I actually ran out of storage. One thing for sure, I might actually get me better like storage or something to figure this out, because I have to constantly, you know, upload stuff to my drive in order to save some space on my camera. So that's another goal. But thank you again for watching this video. If you watched it from the very beginning, thank you for those who on my Instagram commented on, you know, their condolences, and, you know, saying, you know, all these like, you know, comments to help me go through grief by sharing some of their, you know, stories about how they also lost their fur baby. Thank you very much. I definitely needed that and needed that support, so thank you. And yeah, look forward to some more skincare videos coming really soon on the channel. I'm going to start uploading and editing some older videos that were already previous recorded, so if it's out of date, that's why. But again, I just like to post amazing videos about skincare, makeup, indie makeup brands, and just about my opinions on what's going on in the industry and industry news. That's pretty much it. But again, my name is T. I love all things skin and beauty. And again, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to be kind to yourself, and love your skin. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.